Patton, congratulations. I have been talking to everybody about you because really, you were just brilliant in this film.
Thank you.
Was it
Wow.
tough to dial back your comedy and just take on such a tragic character like this?
It was kind of nerve-wracking at first, but the two things I had on my side were I had Diablo's script, which she was so sure of the tone, and then I had because I saw how nuanced it was. I hired an acting coach, this woman named Nancy Banks, who I worked with, who was amazing at figuring out just what to do. And also the third thing was when I got on the set was acting against Charlize, who just gives you exactly, like, wants everyone to be better in the scene and amps up everyone's game. And when you got someone like Jason Reitman there who's so enthusiastic and excited to be making the film, you know, I had every advantage I could possibly have.
Was it important for Charlize to kind of stay in character and kind of act bitchy to you throughout?
Well, I mean, this is just a test to what an effortlessly great actor she is. In the scene, she would be bitchy and horrible, and then they'd yell cut, and she'd be Charlize and joke and talk, and then okay, and boom, right, and it never felt jarring to you. It's like, okay, here's Mavis now, and you, again, it's a level of acting that I'm going to try to work towards in the next, decade of my career. Hopefully, I'll get there. But she's there. Yeah. It's just one of those people you're like, oh, okay.
Well, I have to know, why do comedians make such great dramatic actors? I see this time and time again.
I don't know. I actually think my theory is that as big a ratio as comedians are to great actors, I think country music singers make better actors than anyone as far as a group in terms of success. Maybe it's because we're both country singers and comedians are kind of tuned into not only tuned into pain, but then tuned into all the tactics we use to mask it. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It does. It's really interesting. It's a great. You just, like I said, I can't get over your performance in this. It's really.
Thank you.
You're very, very welcome.
Wow.
Yeah, and working with somebody like Jason Reitman too, it's got to make life easy for you, I think.
He acts like a guy who won a contest to get to direct a film. Like, that's how excited he is on the set. It's amazing.
What are we going to see next from you? Do you want to mix it up with the comedy and the drama, or do you want to?
I mean, well, I just want to do really interesting, fun projects. That could mean a comedy. That could mean a drama. That could mean some big budget Hollywood thing. That could be a guy shooting something on a flip cam for $100. You never know what the next really interesting thing is, and I just try to be very open about. Especially right now, there's no doors anymore. Anyone can make anything. So, it's just I'm trying to be wired into the excitement of it. Does that make sense?
You make total sense.
Okay.
I have to ask you this because I always think that stand-up comedy has to be one of the hardest jobs in the entire free world. Do you still get nervous getting up on stage?
Oh, yeah. If you don't get nervous going on stage, then that means you're not having fun. I'm nervous because I really want it to go well. If I wasn't nervous, it'd be like, I don't care how this goes. And then you're like, oh, well, then you're not, why are you doing it then? Does that make sense?
Everything is making sense that you're saying. Don't ask me if it makes sense. You're perfectly making sense.
I hear my own voice coming out of my skull and I want to punch myself.
No, do not punch yourself. Please don't do anything bad to yourself.
Done.
Really, I want to see a lot more stuff from you. You were fantastic in this.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Right.
Great talking to you.
Yeah.